Picture this: stepping outside your door to not just the familiar warmth of one sun, but the searing light of two, blazing side by side in the sky. The world as you know it, bathed in double daylight, would be a place of unimaginable change. Earth, with its single sun, has thrived in a delicate balance, giving rise to the life and ecosystems we see today. But what if that balance was tipped by the presence of a second sun? How would two suns impact our climate, our days and nights, and even the way life itself evolves? In this video, we're diving into the mind-bending possibilities of a binary star system for Earth. From drastic environmental shifts to the evolution of life and the ripple effects on human society, we'll explore what our world might look like under the glare of two suns. Binary star systems, where the stars orbit a common center of mass, are far from rare in our universe. In fact, they're more common than you might think. About half of all star systems are believed to be binary or even part of larger multi-star configurations. These systems can vary greatly, with stars of similar sizes and brightness, or pairs where one star significantly outshines the other. An example of a well-known binary system is Alpha Centauri, the closest star system to Earth, which consists of two main stars, Alpha Centauri A and Alpha Centauri B, orbiting each other, with a third, more distant companion, Proxima Centauri. In these systems, the dynamics of two suns create a complex gravitational ballet that can significantly affect the orbits of any planets within them. Some binary systems might have planets that orbit both stars in a wide, looping path, while others might have planets that orbit just one of the stars in a tighter circle, with the second star influencing the system from afar. Our own sun, a lone star, provides the perfect balance of light and warmth needed to sustain life on Earth. It drives our climate, governs the length of our days and nights, and fuels the photosynthesis that supports the food chain. But what if we added a second sun to the mix? The effects would be profound. Two suns could drastically alter Earth's climate, potentially leading to extremes of heat and cold, depending on their positions in the sky. The rhythm of day and night might be disrupted, with longer periods of daylight or even perpetual twilight in some regions. The delicate stability that our single sun provides would be replaced by a more unpredictable and possibly chaotic system. The addition of a second sun would challenge life on Earth in ways we can only begin to imagine, from how ecosystems would adapt to the new conditions, to how human society might cope with the dramatic changes in our environment. If Earth suddenly found itself orbiting not one, but two suns, the immediate effects would be nothing short of transformative. One of the most noticeable changes would be in our day and night cycle. With two suns in the sky, Earth's rotation and revolution could be significantly altered. Depending on the alignment of the two stars, we might experience extended daylight hours, with one sun setting only to have the other take its place. In some scenarios, there could be regions on Earth where the concept of night might nearly disappear, leaving us in a perpetual state of daylight or, conversely, a strange twilight zone. This prolonged exposure to sunlight would drastically affect global temperatures. With two sources of solar radiation, average temperatures on Earth could skyrocket, leading to extreme heat conditions. This could, in turn, create new and unpredictable weather patterns. Imagine deserts expanding as the heat becomes more intense, or polar ice melting at unprecedented rates, raising sea levels and altering coastlines. The increased heat might also lead to more severe storms, with the energy of two suns fueling stronger and more frequent hurricanes, cyclones, and other extreme weather events. The gravitational pull of a second sun would also play a critical role in reshaping our planet. Earth's orbit, which is currently an elliptical path around a single sun, could become far more complex and unstable. The introduction of a second star could create shifts in Earth's trajectory, leading to changes in the length and intensity of our seasons. We might see shorter, more intense summers, or winters that stretch out for months longer than they do now. Tides, driven by the gravitational interplay between Earth, the Moon, and the Sun, could become more extreme, with higher highs and lower lows, affecting marine life and coastal communities. Overall, the stability that Earth currently enjoys would be thrown into chaos, with unpredictable consequences for all life forms on our planet. The introduction of a second sun would present a monumental challenge for the flora and fauna of Earth. Plants, which rely on a delicate balance of sunlight for photosynthesis, would have to adapt to the increased and often relentless exposure to light and heat. Some species might thrive in the new conditions, growing faster or producing more fruit due to the abundance of sunlight. However, for many others, the change could be too drastic, Plants that are sensitive to light cycles or require cooler temperatures might struggle to survive, leading to shifts in ecosystems as certain species outcompete others. Entire forests could vanish, replaced by heat-tolerant species or even deserts, while crops that have been staples of human agriculture might fail, leading to food shortages and changes in diet. Animals would face equally daunting challenges. Species that rely on darkness for hunting, breeding, or shelter could be particularly vulnerable. Nocturnal animals, for example, might find their habitats shrinking as perpetual daylight erases the night. Migratory species could become disoriented by the altered day or night cycle, leading to population declines. For those unable to adapt quickly enough, extinction could be an inevitable outcome. In the oceans, coral reefs already under stress from rising temperatures might suffer catastrophic die-offs, further disrupting marine ecosystems. Humans, too, would have to undergo significant adaptations to survive under the glare of two suns. Our daily routines, structured around a predictable pattern of day and night, would need to be reimagined. We might develop new technologies to shield ourselves from the constant exposure to sunlight, such as advanced UV protective clothing, sunglasses with enhanced filtration, and homes designed to block out the harshest rays. Work schedules might shift to take advantage of any remaining cooler hours, with people avoiding the outdoors during the most intense periods of sunlight. The increased UV radiation would pose a serious threat, not just in terms of sunburns, but in the long-term risk of skin cancer and other health issues. This would drive the development of new medical treatments and protective measures, from more effective sunscreens to possibly even genetic modifications that enhance human resistance to radiation. In this new world, humanity would have to be more resourceful and resilient than ever, finding ways to live, work, and thrive in an environment that no longer resembles the Earth we once knew. Over the long term, the presence of two suns would lead to profound changes in Earth's atmosphere. The increased solar radiation could cause the atmosphere to either thicken or thin, depending on how it interacts with the additional energy. A thickening atmosphere might occur as more heat is trapped, leading to a runaway greenhouse effect that could make Earth's surface unbearably hot, similar to what we see on Venus. On the other hand, the atmosphere could also thin if the intense solar winds from the stars eroded over time, making Earth more vulnerable to cosmic rays and other space hazards. Either scenario would have significant consequences for life on Earth, as the balance of gases that support life, like oxygen and carbon dioxide, could be disrupted. The ozone layer, our planet's natural shield against harmful ultraviolet UV radiation, would also be at risk. With two suns bombarding the Earth with UV rays, the ozone layer could degrade faster than it can regenerate, leading to increased exposure to harmful radiation. This would not only affect human health, but also have ripple effects across ecosystems. Plants and animals that are particularly sensitive to UV radiation could face increased risks of mutation, illness, or death, further stressing the already changing biosphere. Air quality might also deteriorate as the chemical reactions in the atmosphere are altered, potentially leading to more smog and other forms of pollution. Biologically, life on Earth would embark on a new evolutionary path in response to these changes. Species that can adapt to the harsher conditions, such as those with protective skin, fast reproduction rates, or the ability to live underground or underwater might thrive, while others would slowly fade away. Over millennia, these evolutionary pressures could lead to the emergence of entirely new forms of life. We might see the development of plant species that can photosynthesize with less water or in extreme heat, or animals with thicker hides, enhanced UV protection, or even nocturnal adaptations to avoid the relentless daylight. These long-term changes could eventually give rise to life forms that are almost unrecognizable compared to what we know today. Imagine organisms that can store energy during periods of intense sunlight and release it during cooler hours, or plants that have evolved to reflect most sunlight to avoid overheating. Even humans might evolve new traits over millennia, perhaps a natural resistance to UV radiation, or a shift in our circadian rhythms to align with the altered day or night cycles. In this new world shaped by the presence of two suns, life on Earth would be a testament to the incredible adaptability and resilience of living organisms. The introduction of two suns in our sky wouldn't just alter the physical world, it would profoundly reshape human culture and mythology. Throughout history, the sun has been a central figure in countless myths, religions, and artistic expressions, symbolizing life, power, and the divine. The presence of a second sun could inspire new myths and legends, possibly representing dual forces, light and shadow, creation and destruction, or balance and chaos. Religions might evolve to incorporate the concept of the celestial deities, each governing different aspects of life on Earth. In art, the symbolism of dual suns could manifest in paintings, literature, and music, exploring themes of duality, contrast, and the new rhythms of life under twin stars. Psychologically, living under the constant presence of two suns could have deep effects on human society. The disruption of the traditional day or night cycle might lead to shifts in our collective mindset, as the natural rhythms we've relied on for millennia are altered. People might experience increased stress or anxiety due to the lack of true darkness, leading to changes in how we rest, work, and interact with each other. The perpetual daylight could even influence social structures, with communities adapting to new patterns of activity and rest that align with the unique dynamics of their local environment. Over time, these changes could foster a new cultural identity centered around the experience of living under two suns, with new customs, traditions, and ways of life emerging in response. Technologically, the challenges posed by a binary solar system would drive rapid innovation and the development of new scientific fields. To protect against the intensified UV radiation and heat, humans would likely invent advanced materials for clothing, housing, and transportation, designed to shield us from the harsh environment. New energy technologies might emerge, harnessing the power of two suns more efficiently, or developing methods to mitigate the excess heat. The study of how these suns interact with Earth could lead to breakthroughs in astrophysics, climate science, and even space-time dynamics, expanding our understanding of the universe. The presence of two suns could also alter the course of space exploration and colonization efforts. Planets in other star systems that also have binary suns might become prime targets for exploration, as the knowledge gained from living under two suns on Earth could make us better equipped to handle similar conditions elsewhere. Additionally, the challenges of adapting to a binary solar system might drive humanity to seek refuge on other planets or moons, accelerating the push for space colonization. This new chapter in human history, shaped by the presence of two suns, could be defined by our ability to adapt, innovate, and explore in ways that were previously unimaginable. When imagining a world with two suns, one possible scenario is that of a stable binary system, where Earth manages to adapt and thrive despite the dramatic changes. In this scenario, the gravitational forces between the two suns and Earth find a delicate balance, allowing our planet to maintain a relatively stable orbit. Life, as resilient as ever, gradually adapts to the new conditions. Plants evolve to handle the increased sunlight, with some species flourishing in the extended daylight hours. Animals and humans alike develop new behaviors and technologies to cope with the changes. Society might restructure itself around the predictable patterns of dual suns, leading to new ways of living, working, and interacting with the environment. Over time, what once seemed like an unimaginable disruption becomes the new normal, with humanity finding innovative ways to thrive under two suns. However, the scenario could just as easily take a darker turn. An unstable binary system could lead to catastrophic consequences for Earth. In this scenario, the gravitational forces between the two suns and Earth are not balanced, leading to erratic shifts in Earth's orbit. These shifts could cause extreme seasonal variations, with scorching summers followed by brutally cold winters, making agriculture nearly impossible and disrupting ecosystems. The instability could also result in frequent and severe natural disasters, such as massive earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions, as the planet struggles to adjust to the gravitational tug-of-war between the two stars. In the most dire scenario, Earth's orbit could spiral out of control, either pulling the planet closer to one of the suns leading to a fiery demise or flinging it further away into the cold reaches of space, where life would struggle to survive in the freezing darkness. The once stable environment that supported life for billions of years could quickly become uninhabitable, forcing humanity to seek refuge elsewhere, possibly on other planets or moons, if we are even able to adapt quickly enough. This scenario serves as a stark reminder of how fragile our planet's position in the universe truly is, and how the introduction of just one more star could tip the balance toward disaster. As we've explored throughout this video, the addition of a second sun would have profound and far-reaching impacts on our planet. From the immediate changes in day or night cycles and climate to the long-term effects on life, ecosystems, and human society, the presence of two suns would fundamentally alter Earth's environment. We've considered both the possibility of a stable binary system where life adapts and thrives, as well as the darker scenario of an unstable orbit leading to catastrophic consequences. Reflecting on these possibilities, it's clear just how fragile and unique Earth's position in the universe is. Our planet's perfect balance with a single sun has allowed life to flourish in ways that might not be possible elsewhere. The idea of two suns reminds us of the delicate forces that keep our world in harmony, and how easily that balance could be disrupted. As we ponder these hypothetical scenarios, let's take a moment to appreciate the stability we currently enjoy. It's a reminder of the importance of understanding and preserving our environment, and of supporting scientific endeavors that help us explore and protect our place in the cosmos. If this video has sparked your curiosity, I encourage you to stay informed and engaged with the latest discoveries in astronomy and planetary science, because understanding our universe is key to safeguarding our future.